Hernan, go back to race stage. Tell me when we're hot. Oh.
I started quit. Yeah, my computer fully, and it started doing a disk check when I started, so there's something
Oh my goodness.
in the computer. It's done it before. I hate that it does it. Freaking shift one.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, okay, so everybody joining the stream, once again, my computer crashed. I mean, it is an old PC. It's given me disk issues before. And for the first time in over a year, it has crashed. So, we are back. I don't know if it was a memory issue or what. It shouldn't be. Yeah, we're back.
Technical difficulties here at Phoenix Raceway. Milky was the one involved in a huge wreck along with the 10 of Luke. Also got collected, but lap 7 we are about to get underway once more. We are very sorry for this problem with the stream, but now it will be the 40 of Blaze who will be the one on the inside. He will be your control car now. But here we go, pace car is in, and we are ready to get going. These drivers are going to have to put a good drive together if we're going to try and stay green. But here we are, Ohio Edison restart zone and green flag racing once again at Phoenix Raceway. They start off 4 wide, and the restarts here are incredible.
My gosh. Look at the
Already
42!
Michigan down to the inside. Oh, wow.
What a pass by the 42!
41 gets sent into the wall behind him. Oh, no. Cosmo and also Michigan got caught up in each other. They're 5 wide. Oh, my goodness. Oh, around goes the 1. Around goes the 45. Hard into the inside wall.
Oh,
they pile up behind him.
Wrecking all the way through the field.
Oh, my goodness.
Take a look at Sonic Elliott in the 33 mid-pack. Look at this racing. No caution from the officials as we come to lap 10 of 140 on the night.
This is a very quick racetrack. People, especially in the NPRA, people compare the lap times that you run around here to Bristol. They are very quick, just under 30 seconds, 27-second lap times, and you really don't have much time to react if something goes wrong in front of you, especially because of the single groove nature of this racetrack. Here comes. You know, this was someone that no one would have thought we would be seeing in the front here. Started P16, now running P2. The 42 of Worsen driving for late night racing. Our command giver up at the start, but oh no, here comes Sonic and Michigan.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Down the inside of that Chevy. Mostly now spread out. This is the normal short track to intermediate racing that we're used to. The 42, he just can't decide on a line. He's going all over the place.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that you just cannot do, especially at Phoenix Raceway. You have to decide a line and you have to stick to it, especially when you're near people like this. If you don't have help and if you're not able to stick to one line and maximize it as efficiently as possible, you're just not going to be able to get the most out of each and every single lap that you need here at this raceway. Oh no, the 41 and the 51 came together. That's Milky and Hernan. Yeah, Milky up at the start, and when he was making his first ever appearances this season, he was definitely talk of the town. I mean, 1 win only on the career for that 41 car, and the 41 in the break series for late night racing. He only has 1 career win in Season 6 at Elwood, where Elwood is the place where people get their first and only career wins, apparently. We saw it with Russell, and we saw it with Milky, and, you know, definitely we have to see if he can put a drive together, because he is definitely going to have to be as fast as humanly possible, especially to overtake these guys at the front, because they are extremely, extremely dedicated to their higher finishing positions here. And, over half of this field is rookies, brand new drivers to the Napa Break Series, and that's something that these guys are going to have to get used to, especially these veterans. And they have to get used to driving around these rookies. And I had talked with multiple of these veteran Break Series guys, and they've been saying, especially because how many rookies there are, they used to be able to predict and know that everyone's next move. But now that you have so many new people, you have so many new moves that they are taking on, and now you can't really predict these new guys anymore.
No doubt about that. No doubt about it. Sonic Elliott is slowly getting closer to Noah for the lead here. And we're at a good moment. Let's take a look. We're going to look at it a couple times throughout the night, but let's take a look at our Phoenix Raceway RPM rundown. 140 laps on the night, 40 laps, 80 laps, and 140. So we have 3 to 11 degrees of banking on this uniquely shaped 1 mile racetrack. Pit strategy equals position, no doubt about it at Phoenix. Pit strategy is one of the most important things to have down at any short track, especially Phoenix. And is this is the question on the night, is the bottom line going to be the most dominant throughout a whole run? Give me y'all's opinion in chat. And Phoenix is really a free-for-all. I mean, pit road perfection is the #1 thing you can do, but it's a free-for-all. You don't know what can happen.
Yeah, I mean, like, Phoenix is one of those oh no, Reese harder to the outside wall in that 98 car. Oh, wow. I think he broke a toe link. Jeez. Yeah, but this is one of those racetracks. When I think of racetracks, when I think of the definition of short track racing, I obviously think of Maryland, but then I think of Martinsville, and then the more obscure ones, like Phoenix Raceway, like we're racing at here, and even Bristol Motor Speedway. And the one thing that all these tracks have in common, and the one thing that I love to point out when we go to said tracks, is the fact that it is very easy to be lapped off of pure pace.
Oh,
normally, on larger tracks, like intermediate tracks, like super speedways, it takes, pit strategy to be lapped, or you just need to be extremely slow. But even if you're using pedal to the metal on some of these genuine short tracks, then it is very, very easy for the pack to get spread out, and then you can accidentally get lapped without you even knowing it.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, I've seen multiple cases at, say, Milwaukee, for example, a short track we used to go to. It was one of my favorites. It's just too laggy. Very good racing product, although. We've gone there. I've been lapped before on for just pitting 1 lap later. Fuel strategy. There was a time I was lapped by pace at Maryland the first time I've ran there. It's not hard to get lapped on pit strategy or pace, like you said, at any of these short tracks. I mean, Phoenix isn't quite as bad as other short tracks, but it's still a short track in my eyes, as in how it races and how easy it is to be lapped, and pit strategy is so important, all of that. But let's take a look at our 5-car of Bands running 11th. Started better than the position he is in. Wow, getting door slammed up to the wall.
Oh,
around goes a 99 off of his nose. Oh my gosh.
That's the 99 of Vintage.
Vintage just washed up the track, put the 5 in the wall, and around he went. 5's going to keep his position, not losing much room. I know these Bands fans in the stream right now are going to be pretty upset at the 99 after that. Let's take a look back at Worsen, who started further back in the field, but who clearly in the beginning of this race has made his way up awfully quick. He is far back from first and second, and he's racing Milky, but he's still in that P3 spot.
Yeah, one thing that I do definitely want to focus on is this battle between Worsted and Milky, which is definitely going to kick off soon, and the battle behind them as well between Michigan and the... Oh, wow.
Good battles
between, yeah. This is one thing I do like about this track, is that you can get these nice little split-up battles. Sometimes it's hard to actually figure out what's going on, because there's so much going on all at once. But at the exact same time. That's exactly what NASCAR is about. And
Yep.
even you can see Michigan's actually gaining on these two because they're battling so hard up in front. We could see maybe a 4 or 5 car battle going on here, and maybe about the span of 5 laps.
And I want to bring this up again. I know I talked to you about this, I think it was yesterday privately, how unique oval racing is that some people don't understand. As in, nothing against road course or street racing, but in my opinion, oval tracks, doesn't matter what size, what shape, any oval track and stock cars, you have way more variety in the amount of lines that you have to run and or can run during a race, during qualifying, during practice, that all has different pros and cons. If it's a road course, you have 1, maybe 2 lines at these road courses, in traffic or not in traffic. In stock car racing and ovals, you have 3+ lines at almost every single racetrack. You know, it's just one of those unique things about ovals, and you see it a lot at short tracks, that there are usually multiple lanes to run. Phoenix isn't typically that way. Phoenix is typically bottom dominant, but you can see passing on the top. So, and with the dog leg, it also adds the effect of 2 wide racing down the front straightaway into 1 and 2, and you know, all of that. So, anyway.
Most definitely. And I mean, this is just a me thing, but I like to compare the lines at Phoenix to the lines at Pocono, because when you really think about it, it's very similar.
It is. Now that you say that, it is similar. You know, Pocono's a track we haven't gone to really much in the modern era. I mean, we've had, in the modern era of the NPRA, we have gone to Pocono, I believe, once. The last time and that was the NBS last season. Last time the Napa Break Series raced there beforehand, I believe, was 2022, if I'm not mistaken. It was a long time since they've raced there. You know, it was an all-right race, so.
But yeah, I mean, you know, Pocono, very unique track, and also Phoenix, it's just a very unique track. There used to be a road course attached to it before the repave, which explains the dogleg, and that's the entire reason why it was there in the first place, to give nice access between the road course and the oval area. And now, one person that I do want to be looking at more here is that 51 of Hernan. He showed up, at least briefly, in both of our picks. He's attempting to get down the inside of the 20 of Brian.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, this 51, I was saying this so much before the race even started. Like, this 51, he has such an incredible chance here to gain up a ton of points on his championship rival of Russell, who's out today. But for that to happen, he needs to start taking this a little bit more seriously than he has been. You know, if he wants to start doing this well, he has to make good choices with the fuel strategy and make good choices with the tire strategy as well. And he's got to pick up the pace. I mean, if he stays back in P7 the entire race, then Russell missing 1 race won't really change their championship standings. But if he comes off with a solid podium, or maybe even wins the Bashas Supermarkets 300 tonight, it could be just a rocket ship of success that he could still be in. Now, I believe Russell would still keep the lead of the championship, but the 51 would be substantially closer.
No doubt about that. Pit road.
And speaking of the 51, pit road will be very busy this lap.
Oh, yeah. 6 cars, Michigan leading them down. Very spaced out pit road. Last box and the front box are roughly half a lap apart. They've got a little less than half a mile between them on pit road. Very long distance to 40. Very late in his box. Probably lag on pit road. 52, as we're spectating, is good out of his box. And he will likely, and yes, he will be good out of pit road. Remember, the blue line rule is in effect here at Phoenix as well. You can see that blue line. Sorry for my coughing. I'm getting over cold today. I will try to limit the coughing, but... Oh, the 51 just ran into the back end.
Wow. Oh,
of, I believe, the 45. In a drive-through for the 10 car.
Yeah, I saw that contact happening in the background. But yeah, this is normally the short track racing that we are so fond of and we are so familiar with. It's this
Yeah.
one wide racing. And short tracks, and I've always said this and I will continue to say it, short tracks are the tracks where you compare the good drivers and you compare the great drivers. Because
Yeah.
you can be good at any other track. You can be good at intermediates. You can be good at super speedways. Well, that's like half of most of pro racing. But, you know, you can be good at intermediates. You can be good at super speedways. But on short tracks, such as Phoenix, sometimes being good isn't enough to secure something up at the front of the field. You need to know the lines. You need to be able to know how to run a short track in its entirety. And short track racing is the pinnacle of American racing in its entirety. And you have to know how to run these short tracks. Otherwise, it's just going to be game over for you when you eventually come to them.
Yeah. That's a very good point there. I mean, oh man, the 41 using all of the dog leg in 1 and 2, trying to get past the 5. My gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
A big split-up battle here between the 41, the 5. Here comes the 45. Oh my goodness, the 45 almost got sent into the inside wall off the back bumper of the 41.
And pits are closed. 2 to go in stage 1 already, almost through the first stage.
Yeah.
Man.
And this has definitely gone very quickly indeed. And what we've been seeing here, Noah has just been dominating this entire race. Started in a P3, he has driven the wheels off of that 14 car.
He's got a fuel save.
Oh no. Oh,
man.
wow. Okay, yeah, just as I was talking about him.
Yeah.
He's got a 24-second lead.
Multiple
I believe
cars.
he will be able to make it.
I believe so, but multiple cars are going to get their lap back.
People that he lapped. Yeah, everyone who was lapped, they're going to be able to get in. Oh yeah, he's running this high. He might have a problem with his car too.
Maybe he's got tire issues.
Yeah.
We'll see. Remember, if you run out of tires, it is a DNF now. It's a reminder.
Yeah.
NAPR executives and officials came together to agree that, you know, if you run out of tires, it's, you know, DNF. But he's going to inch his way across the line. Half the field gets their lap back. Unfortunate. That would have been really good for him to have the majority of the field lapped.
A commanding lead by the 14, but is he even going to be able to make it to pit road? Oh no, he's pulling off. Oh no. Is he going to be able to make it?
I think this is going to be more hurt than gain here.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to make it. He's going to have to use another box if he can make it. Oh, his tires are gone.
Oh,
and he is. Oh, maybe he's not done. I thought his tires went.
I thought he blew a tire for a second. He just kind of.
That's what it looked like.
Nowhere. This 14.
Don't go to your box. Just take a box. Take the penalty.
He's
got a quarter mile of fuel.
He's gonna be
good.
Yeah, he's gonna be pulling into the box of the 10 of Luke. Not even teammates in any way, but he will take it. He will take the drive-through.
And 5 are stuck together.
Oh, come on, what? That's great. Oh, is this like the... Oh, there's the one trying to help. Is this like what happens at, was it either Dover or Bristol in that one trucks race and they got stuck together?
I don't know.
Yeah, but if we haven't said it enough, this is such an interesting racetrack, and it's just an incredible place to go to in general. And you'll see stuff like this happening just all the time, and the chaos will never really stop. But it's not bad chaos, it's very fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, Phoenix is one of those tracks that, in the NPRA, it is, I mean, from a broadcast perspective, it is either great to watch or bad to watch.
Yeah.
From a driving perspective, it's kind of the same thing. It's either you love it or you hate it.
Yeah. Personally, I am very bad at Phoenix. I finished like P10 in PTN when we went to Phoenix earlier this season. I am very bad at most short tracks.
See, generically, I tend to do well at Phoenix. I know Phoenix is on iRacing. It was one of my best tracks, if not my best oval track.
Yeah.
Phoenix is one of those tracks that if you were to throw me into a truck series truck in real life, if you were to throw me into a truck or a cup car or something, I think I could make 10 laps around Phoenix without dumping the car. I think Phoenix is one of those tracks I could definitely run. Not competitively, but I could run a car around Phoenix. But in road racing, it depends on the setups. If it races like Phoenix, I'm great. If it's more kind of, unique, no. Which I do want to bring that up. I'm not going to say this won't race like Phoenix, but these are different setups for these cars and what we have been used to for a little while. So we will definitely see who can adapt to these tighter, slower setups here at Phoenix in these cars than, we'll just see who adapts and who doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that we do have to look out for are just... These cars are definitely going to be very tight, and one thing we're going to have to look out for the entire rest of the season is the setups of these cars. And
yeah,
we unfortunately lost our main setup engineer here at the NAPRA just earlier this week after a controversy which got the Cup Series Vegas race cancelled. But,
indeed,
here we are.
NAPRA is actually going to have to pay money back to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the money that they spent for that weekend. So, it's going to be about $65,000 for roadworks that NAPRA owes. Anyway, coming to the Ohio Edison restart zone. Green flag.
Here we go.
20 and
Green
10.
flag racing.
Blaze Tech
BTM
teammates.
boys up
3,
on
4
the front.
wide.
Whoa, 4 wide immediately.
It's
What
spinning
a
in the back.
Around goes the 56 of Cosmo in the back. Pitting will be that 23 car. I believe that is Puffin. Yeah, it is the 23. But they were 4 wide for a second. Now here comes the 10.
Yeah.
He's going to get that good run from the 42 down the inside of the 40. Here he comes. Absolute send by the 10. Huge contact behind him. These BTM teammates will have to work together. Otherwise, they are not going to get anywhere. The 10 is forced to the outside. Oh, around.
Hard into the outside wall goes the 45.
Oh, that's the 45. Around goes Saul in the 45 Napa car.
Man. Worsen giving the bumper to the 20 of Brian. Side by side on multiple occasions. Down into 3 and 4.
Worsen down the inside. Huge dive by the 42. Someone who has been underestimated his entire season here is really showing off what he can do. And now putting up into a podium position.
Oh, here stuck on the outside's the 20.
Now, yeah.
He's going to try to cross over here.
20
I
with
think he's
the
going to get under.
Down in the ball. Here we go.
Switchback down into 3 and 4.
He's clear on the inside. He didn't think so for a second. That 20's going to try and dive, but it's not going to work. The 42 will take his first ever podium area running spot of the season.
What a battle here. And look at the battle for the lead. Sonic Elliott in the 33 in Michigan. He's going to give the bumper to the 52. Here comes Worsen. Getting close to a 3-car battle now for the lead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is what's going to happen here. Oh, Door. On the 33 and the 52, down the inside goes a 33. Is he going to be able to somehow push it through? Rookie versus veteran in the Cup Series. Here comes the switchback. Here comes the 52 of Michigan. Huge send down into the inside of that 33 car. Here
30 to go in stage 2.
Here comes the 33 down the inside. He's not clear on the inside. Oh, he might have thought he was.
Contact between the leaders.
33, yeah.
Michigan is a guy that will 100% retaliate. Michigan will
now down the inside, here comes a 52 of Michigan. Worsen, he's looking to try and make his way up there. Like I said, this is his first podium running position of the season. Oh, what a send down the inside of the 33. Here
look
comes
at the
42.
Oh
my goodness, look at him go.
What a
late
move.
night racing car. Here we go down the inside of the 52. 10 numbers apart, but what off each other as we come for the 53rd time around. He is fully clear into the dogleg we go, and the 42 will take the lead for the first time in his NAPRA career.
Man, there's something about LNR and the NBS, man. These LNR cars are really starting to dominate the Napa Break
Oh, here
Series
comes the
field.
33.
3 wide! Contact
Oh
into
my
the wall!
goodness. Oh no! Jackknifed into the inside wall of the 52. Oh no! Into the pack, and they pile up behind him.
Oh, and they're
Around
wrecking!
52. Around
Surely
going
gonna
to
be a caution.
off the bumper of
Maybe
the
not.
1. And the 10 got
Gotta keep it
collected in
together.
it. The 40 got collected in it. The 5 just barely got out
Caution.
of it. And the caution flag is waving very late.
Definitely a late caution call, but better than nothing in my eyes.
Oh,
Raceback bans push up into the wall by the 1 car.
Raceback, it looks like the 42's gonna take it. Yeah, the 42, he is miles ahead. Go on, son, as he takes the caution. Raceback taken, and Worsen will take it by 3.5.
Free pass for bans.
Incredible run by this 42 car.
Incredible. I mean, look at the speed he has had so far in this race. It's been immense speed out of that LNR car.
Yeah, this car, remember, he started P16, the rookie to the Napa Break Series, and late night racing. They have had high hopes for him, especially to keep up with the performances that, you know, your driver of Russell has been doing this season, and, you know, just the rest of the late night racing cars. Late night racing cars basically were all throughout this field. We had 4 starting the race. We had a Milky in P2 in the 41 car for late night racing, Noah in the 14 starting P3, then we had Blaze in the 40, and then finally the 42, who started all the way in the back, but he's been the one to find himself up at the front here, and this is really where you start putting into question the talent of this guy, and if he is even worthy of a Break Series spot, because in my opinion, with the show that he's putting on today, he could definitely see a lot of changes go through in late night racing. Because this guy is genuinely incredible.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen, you know, good stuff from a lot of cars throughout this field so far tonight, but man, there's been something about that 42. He's had a lot of speed, especially when he gets out in front in clean air. Clean air is his biggest partner here tonight at Phoenix so far. To the back for the 52.
Yeah, 97 degrees out here and a humidity of 11%. Classic Arizona weather as we came into this afternoon. Just 4 p.m. here. And, you know, we're definitely looking to see something go on in this last 20 laps of the stage, because restarts can get crazy, and we know that. We've seen it happen before. These restarts can get very chaotic, very crazy, and, you know, that's definitely what kicked off the chain of this 42 car being pushed up into the front. He was able to utilize the restart in such a way that he was just able to get up in the front, and it was no contest for him whatsoever. And then when the 2 behind him wrecked, he just sailed to victory of that raceback.
I mean, I'm with you on that. I don't know. We've had a lot of contact. I mean, for Phoenix, we've had a lot of bumping.
Yeah. There's a lot of contact.
I mean, Phoenix is, you know, a contact track, but it's typically a tap. It's a tapping track. You know, you tap somebody's bumper just to let them know you're there. It's not a track you bump and run, but we have seen bump and run so far tonight.
Yeah, we have. We've seen a lot of that stuff, actually.
Oh, yeah. And I think part of that is these tighter, slower speed cornered setups. I mean, you have to slow down more. You have to slow down earlier, and I think that is a big part in the bump and runs, making this kind of race more like a generic half mile.
Most definitely, yeah. And the half-mile tracks is what this track gets kind of said too. Because this acts like a half-mile when really it is one. And, you know, we have so many different types of racing that we see here. But that is something that we're going to see even more of coming up. The 41 of Milky, your control car, followed by the 14 on the outside, the 42, 5, 10, and 20. There are the BTM boys in row 3. But here we go. These guys are going to have a great drive to get to the end of the stage. There was a little contact before we even started, but Ohio Edison restart zone, and we are racing once again at Phoenix Raceway.
The greenie's back out.
Just
4
over
wide for the
20 laps
lead.
to go. Already 4 wide for the lead of the race as they come into that first bank corner.
Oh, lead of 41. Diving it in deep.
23, I believe, in the background. Oh, no, they all pile up behind him. And yes, that was the 23 of Puffin in that Reese's car who got turned around. And we don't necessarily know by who. But look at this, the 20 car. I was just talking about him before the restart actually happened. Started row 3 and is now in the first one. But man, here comes a 41 down the outside.
Sonic Elliott diving below bands.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Contact between the 42 and 20.
42 and the 20.
Look at Sonic Elliott.
Oh, right on the corner exit for the 20. Here comes the 42 back into the lead of this race. 41 back in a second.
Bands was already his way
so
up
much
here.
Aggression we've seen. Yeah, Bands has just been pushing and shoving. His entire run here has required a lot of elbow grease, but here comes a 14 down the inside. Oh, here comes the 41, sending it down the inside of the 42. Oh, wow.
Teammates, by the way.
Send.
Yeah, let me remind you, these guys are teammates.
Yeah, if you're seeing this as Russell, I don't know if you would be delighted or somewhat scared. But yeah, I mean, here comes the 41. He is all over that 42 car, and we have ignition of what has been those rocket boosters of that 41 late night racing car. And he is going to come around the line for the 64th time today. And he has been flying, but so is the 42. And these two teammates, they're going to have to either put up a fight or see who's just going to eventually come out on top. And in my perspective, these two have been very equal the entire night. And, you know, these two teammates, it's not even just it's not even just how they have their equal cars for being their teammates, as we see the 42 send it down the inside of the 41. It's just their skill level. These two go so perfectly together. And you're going to, and at least in my opinion, I think we're definitely going to see this a lot more throughout the Break Series season, especially between these late night racing cars, don't you think?
I agree. And I mean, I want to go back to what you said about, you know, Russell watching it since he's not racing tonight. You know, these two, Worson and Milky, especially being in Chevys, have reminded me a lot, I mean, of Bear Motorsports at times in the NBS and even the Truck Series when it was still a division. I mean, Bear Motorsports would dominate, have, you know, bad races, good races. But, man, great teammates, and at times they get, you know, piss matches with each other. But they always were very fast cars on the track and always, you know, race relatively cleanly throughout the field. And we're seeing a lot of that with Milky and Worson. And I mean, we saw Milky just get a little upset with Worson there for a move a couple laps ago. He's going to try to get underneath him here.
Oh, wow.
But just a reminder, I have watched 7 going into 8 seasons of owning a team that has ran, you know, and it's
oldest standing name in the NFPRA, Bear Motorsports.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of drivers in D2. You know, in and out, multiple drivers, probably 30, honestly, in our history in the Napa Break Series. And there's always been this unique aspect to every single driver, personality-wise, and their driving style. And I mean, these guys are reminding me a lot of Bear Motorsports in D2, and they're just reminding me a lot of Team Penske when it comes to teamwork and real-world scenario. Look at Sonic Elliott looking beneath Milky.
Here's Sonic Elliott. That 33 car has been flying recently, started P12, now made his way up into a podium place. And this is where you see what Russell was probably concerned about, and this is what you see coming true. You know, these two cars, they were saying on the radio, we have to work together and we have to gap the rest of this field. But we're seeing the side effects of them fighting now as the 41's going to try and send it down the inside of his teammates. We're seeing the aspect of this. If they don't work together, here comes the 33 down the inside of the 42.
And
there
the 14!
Oh, there's the 14, yeah. And this is exactly what I was saying.
Coming to 10 to go and say 2.
These two are hooked up on the high side. there's nothing that they can do to get rid of the 14 and the 33.
Nope.
Here comes the 42, which are a little bit of a switchback.
4-car battle, 10 to go.
Yeah, these two have to work together, at least in some way, to be able to finish this race in a fashion that they were just pulling off. Because if they spend the entire time fighting as teammates, there is zero way that they are going to be able to finish in this extremely high running position that we saw already. And worst case scenario, they take each other out.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, we've seen at multiple tracks, especially intermediates, how teammates are not teammates. You have to mutually agree in your minds. You know, you can't talk to each other, but you have to mutually agree in your minds that you need to stop fighting, especially when you can tell that people are catching. Other drivers, competitors are catching you guys. I mean, I've had run-ins with Forza where him and I battle 5-10 laps, and there's guys that have caught 2 seconds from the back, and we just have to deal with whatever position we're in, whether I'm in second, I'm in first. You have to deal with where you're at, even coming to a stage end, because you have to keep that dirty air. You have to keep closing off clean air from these guys, and you got to keep that optimum racing line on these ovals to be able to stay ahead. I mean, now Bands was looking up here for a 5-car battle for the lead, but again, now we're not battling. Back to what I was saying.
Exactly.
We're not battling. We're back to single file. You know, we're kind of accepting the position we're in at the moment for these last 6 laps in the stage. That is what you need to do. Bands caught up within half a second, and now he's back to about 1.5 seconds because we're filing out. That is what you need to do at short tracks especially.
And especially, you know, sometimes you say, and even I've said this before, that teamwork, especially on short tracks, doesn't really help too much. It's not like a super speed where you don't specifically need the draft. It's helpful, but it's not fully required, especially if you have that pace to continue on your own. But the one thing that we cannot have happening, and the one thing that as a team owner, as Russell, watching this race most likely, cannot have happening, is instead of teamwork, you're seeing these teammates actively basically degrading their positions here. The 41 just got by the 33, but before this, they were running 2 seconds in the lead together. But they were fighting so hard that they eventually lost it to Noah, and that 14 car has been on rails all night, looking for his second ever Breaks Series win.
Yeah, and I do want to spin back on, Russell watching. Again, I've watched 7 seasons, going on 8 of my drivers in D2, and I've experienced times, Supreme, where, teamwork, or not teamwork, but it's respect as teammates. Say Supreme shoves me up the track into the wall, I lose 3 positions, second and a half. I'm going to be pretty peed off. And I'll be honest, from what I've experienced and what I've seen from my team, when it comes to paying back a teammate for something, you get more upset and you want payback more to a teammate than any other competitor, because the fact that you guys are on a team and are supposed to be working together. So teammates having issues during a race, in my opinion, is worse than, say, rivals of a Ford and Chevy team, or, whatever.
That's likely. There's a possibility, unfortunately, that we see this here between these late-night racing drivers. Maybe they're just taking advantage of the fact their team owner is not here. But here it's going to be 2 to go as we come to lap 79. Pits are closed, and this is looking good for Noah. He's looking to sweep the stages here and possibly get his second ever win in his rookie season. His first ever win coming at Atlanta just earlier this
What a good win, too.
year. And, that was a very good win. But
we have a 3-car battle coming to the white flag.
Yeah, I'm guessing this 41 has to help this 14. They are still teammates in the end. And, the white flag will be waving for the stage, and this 41 has to help the 14 in any way that he can to try and sweep the stages here.
But here comes Sonic Elliott, 2 second. Just a car off of the 14. What's he going to do in 3 and 4? Last time around, to the outside. The 41 is going to push him up the track.
Oh my goodness, what a push from the 41. But the 14 will sweep the stages as the green and white checkered is out. Caution, and we will be back under pacing once again. Noah, the 14 late night racing Chevy, will take that race back.
What
the
a move
stage.
from
And
that 41 of Milky. I mean, that was...
That 41, yeah, that was impressive.
Man, that was a great move for not just him, but for helping his teammate Noah in the 14 as well. I mean, you dove in, put yourself in that position to take second, and to shove him up the track to let that 14 get that stage win. I mean, that was perfect execution by Milky there for the stage end.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But it is
Look at our results.
definitely...
I mean, man.
It's something that we have to see more between these guys is the teamwork, especially between Late Night Racing. Late Night Racing has been the pinnacle of the break series so far, and we have to see them work together. And if they do, I believe that we could see a championship coming their way or in Russell's favor.
No doubt about it. I mean, we've seen through the 3 divisions NAPRA's had in its history that teamwork on a fast team especially really, really helps with your point situation, helps with your on-track situation, helps with championship hopes. I mean, 2 teams that stand out to me in the Cup Series with teamwork is definitely Bear Motorsports for one. I'm not trying to be biased, but... And Blaze Technology. Blaze Technology and Bear are the 2 best teams for teamwork. Jarrero is getting up there in teamwork in the Cup Series. But I think Blaze Tech and Bear have really gotten good with teamwork. I mean, Blaze Tech has gotten really good in D2 as well in those Fords, but LNR is starting to climb that ladder as well. I mean, you need to have a good team, good drivers that produce results, but you need to be able to race each other respectfully and help each other. And we're starting to see that with LNR because, in my opinion, in the NBS, BTM's been the best team when it comes to teamwork, but LNR, again, is climbing that ladder very fast to try to take that #1 spot.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And, well, we are here on the caution lap 84, as Milky will be the first one behind the pace car, as its pit cycle is going relatively nicely. No major mess-ups on pit road, and that's somewhat of a surprise from what I was seeing in, practice. Obviously, you have the large pit boxes, but just to get into pit road, I'm surprised there hasn't been a mishap there as well. But as we are under caution, we're just going to take a quick 10 seconds for just to say, check us out on rowracing.com at the NPRA. That's the Napa Auto Parts Racing Association on rowracing.com. But yeah, already going very smoothly, but if I had to give a guess, I don't think this restart is going to go much smoothly. I think it'll be lucky if we end up without a caution here, but
oh yeah,
the 41, the 14, these 2 Late Night Racing drivers, they have been all over each other, and the 42 right behind him as well. This might turn out to be an interesting restart as we're doubled up here. And now, for the final stage time, pace car is in. 41, your control car, as we go to the Ohio Edison restart zone, and we're racing once again. Green flag at Phoenix Raceway.
As you know, in real life and the NPRA, Phoenix is one of the craziest tracks for restarts. 4, 5, 6 wide at times. First 2 laps are always crazy.
Huge.
A bump from Sonic Elliott to the bottom.
Yeah,
looking for the lead with the advantage.
The 41 has been pushed back a lot here. Here comes Sonic Elliott looking for his first ever career win. And Milky looking for his second. Almost off the bumper went the 41. Oh, almost then again.
Look at Worson. Worson's back up here. Up in
here
third.
Comes Worson.
With the advantage.
No. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's Michigan in the background, and a massive hit into the inside wall. A huge, huge impact, and the caution is out. He'll be able to put it back into shape, but that 52 car had, at minimum, a 20G impact with that inside wall.
Oh, and they're wrecking on the
20.
outside.
Oh, no, and they all pile up behind him, and the caution... Oh, the caution flag was out there, and there's the caution again.
Yep. Caution is out. Just after the restart at the beginning of stage 3, 2 different occasions.
And I called it. I said
Yep.
There's likely going to be a caution, and yeah, there we go.
You're
But
right.
that was a massive, massive impact for the 52 car of Michigan. Yeah, well,
What a turn of events here. At least,
Yeah.
it wasn't it wasn't the middle of stage 3, so you're not messing up any green flag strategy. But
most definitely. And that's one thing as well that you get about teammates. If you mess up their pit strategy, they can also start coming after you, because that's such a main thing that you don't want to get wrong, especially at Phoenix. And if your pit strategy is messed up, then oh no. And I was actually talking to a couple drivers before this race actually started. Some of the pit strategies actually include staying out during the stage caution, because there's a very high chance there's going to be a caution on the restart. So that was a very interesting thing that I noticed from these Break Series drivers and from other drivers in other leagues as well when they're racing at Phoenix. Oh no, and tangled up as the 45 and the 33 as they were trying to get into their box.
somebody hasn't been updating the news column. As in, whoever's...
Would be Radical. Or David.
Yeah, because there's only 2 wins and points right on the actual column. Because I'm pretty sure Sonic does have a win.
He does not. Doesn't.
Ooh. No, it's... Who am I thinking of? It's not Sonic.
So, the winners, the 2026 winners that we have in the field right now, is Hernan, obviously won Maryland, and then, Milky won a long time ago in Elwood at Season 6, and then you also have Noah and Michigan. So Noah won at Atlanta this year, and Michigan, obviously, he won Daytona this year.
I was thinking, yeah. I couldn't think. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but here we go. Now doubled up mostly throughout the pack. Well, just as we were talking about him, 52 in Michigan will be our control car. This is a very spread out restart as people were just getting off of pit road when the lights were turned off. But the 52 looking to put a drive together as we come through to the Ohio Edison restart zone for hopefully the final time under caution. And we are green flag racing once again here at Phoenix Raceway. Already 2 wide, 3 wide just behind the leader of Michigan. Oh my goodness, 5 wide for a second. Very wide restart.
Fans all the way to the wall. Look at the 40!
Push down the inside. Oh, wow.
What a move!
The 40 tried to push down the inside of the 14.
What a move.
He made it work. Yeah,
Michigan.
He just kind of had to bump him out of the way.
Look at Worson!
Oh, here
door
comes
to door
Worson
with
looking
the 52!
for his first ever career win. Yeah, Worson says thank you very much for that mistake as they were coming off the final corner and just took that lead from him. But that 52's not giving up any easily.
His teammate!
Here comes the 14. Here comes his teammate. Yeah, down at the bottom. Hope they didn't get bumper locked there. There's a 40 behind him as well. That 52's going to have to try absolutely everything he can to get away from this rest of the pack. Because one thing about Michigan, he doesn't race too well in a pack. And usually, you see him shine when he's far away from people and when he's able to maybe just fight 1 or 2 people and get out in front and basically control his own line, race his own race.
Look at this. L&R 1, 2, and 4 right now. If you could only get Milky up there, I think we could very easily see a 1, 2, 3, 4 at some point in this race with L&R.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. I believe
the 40's been the weakest of all of them, but have we? Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Look at the 14 underneath the 52. Battling
here. He comes.
Here comes the 40. Gonna keep the 52 from
52
any crossover.
Mistake on the exit.
No crossover for Michigan, that Spirit Airlines car.
Yeah. Here comes the 52 now down the inside of the 40. Oh, yeah.
Just some stiff suspension in that car. Extra stiff.
14 came down the inside of the 52. Here comes the 40. Tried around the outside, didn't work, now trying down the inside. 52, you are not clear, Michigan. And now side by side as they come off. And the 40's looking to put something together. Like you said, he has been the weakest of this L&R bunch of a very, very strong group. And you do not want to be the weakest link, especially when you have a group this strong.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. L&R 1, 2, 3 by a little over half a second now, with Michigan dropping back to fourth now as we're singling out. And then we have Milky in sixth, just 2 positions in between his 3 teammates.
I can already hear people saying the Chevys are rigged.
Oh, yeah.
Lap 99 now. And
crossover for the 99 in the back. 3
wow.
wide. You're going to do a 2-car pass there all the way in the back of the field.
Yeah. Here's going to be also a battle, I think, between these 3 BTM guys, Bans and Brian and Luke as well.
Oh, yeah.
So Bans now leading this little pack here, the 41 right in front of them. It's an L&R, 1, 2, 3, and then it's a BTM, 6, 7, 8. But Bans, he's been definitely somewhat of a team player, even if not on specific occasions he wasn't, but Bans is great at racing, especially just, you know, in general, Bans is just a good mid to front pack racer, and he can find himself up in the front of that pack, but really it's just his long run speed that needs to be worked on. And really, if you were, let's play, you know, head coach here for a second. If you were Forza or someone high up in the Blaze Technology Motorsports team, what would you be telling your drivers to do? What would you be telling them to improve on here, especially from what we've seen in these first 5 races and, you know, halfway through this 5th race in the Napa Break Series?
I mean, I would just say work better on, I know I've said this already, but work better on respect. I would say the best thing you can do is work together as teammates when it comes to pit strategy. Share your strategy. You know, go through what you guys think is a better strategy. I mean, it's probably going to be different for the majority of, you know, the team. It's going to be different by, you know, each driver to each driver. But share, you know, your fuel strategy. Share your tires. Share the line you're running, and, you know, try to aim down to a line that will work best on worn tires and fresh tires and in traffic, you know, in dirty air and all that. And just keep pushing for results. Keep pushing to better yourselves and your team, and, you know, be open-minded. That's what I would say.
Yeah, most definitely. And, you know, here come the L&R guys up at the front. I'm guessing they're probably going to start fighting with each other soon. But, you know, that can have its downsides, and we've seen that happen. And here comes Michigan down the inside of the 14, maybe the 40 down the inside of him. Oh, wow. The 40, very
They're trying to
bold.
get a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, they are trying indeed. Here comes Bans right behind him. We were just talking about him.
Let's get a quick RPM rundown for the last time. We are coming to 35 to go here at Phoenix Raceway, the Bashas Supermarkets 300. Again, pit strategy equals position when it comes to the green flag stop. We will most certainly have a green flag stop if it is not for a caution. If we don't have a caution, we will definitely have green flag stops. One, still only one, but we'll have 1 green flag stop before the end of this race, which will bring that strategy in. Again, we've said Phoenix is a free-for-all because of these restarts. These restarts are a free-for-all. It's not lucky like a super speedway with position, but it's paying attention, knowing where to go, knowing the gap, and when you can take it, and pit road perfection. We haven't seen many pit road penalties, but you need to be good on pit road. This is an easier pit road compared to many short tracks. I mean, Maryland's probably the hardest short track when it comes to pit road. Actually, I would say Martinsville is. I retract what I said about Maryland.
Either or.
Yeah, and, you know, we have seen bottom line dominant here like we thought. We have seen the bottom line here, Phoenix, like usual, be dominant. I mean, we've seen 2-wide racing, we've seen battling, we've seen bump and runs. But when you get clear in a single file pack, when you get clear and you're on the bottom, bottom line is the only line that you want to run to hold position.
Most definitely. Yeah, and we've seen this bottom line racing, I mean, literally and figuratively, as we come through these corners here and, cutting the entire dog leg, stuff like that. And that really has just opened up the gap to these guys so much. Oh, wow, Trey is trying to crazy dive down the inside of Brian. But, yeah, this bottom line racing, it opens up a very interesting gap because on tracks without the high line, the racing is much more spread out because you can't go too wide without the outside lane losing positions, and the only reason why you would go too wide and be on the outside is if you were forced there in the first place, or you have someone below you that you just can't shake.
Yeah, because there isn't really much of a passing opportunity when you're on the top. I mean, it's difficult to think of a situation at Phoenix where the top has the advantage. I mean, I can really only think about an advantage if you were to dive into 3 and 4 and kind of wall tap and try to get speed off, but even then, I don't think it's any advantage over the bottom of the racetrack. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would see most drivers on a restart, I think you would choose the top or the bottom because it's a free-for-all. It doesn't matter what line you're on restarts. It's when you can get down to the bottom and be clear. That's what matters on restarts. Get as many positions as you can, or keep as many positions as you can, and get to the bottom.
That's mostly definitely something that you need to do at Phoenix as well. Your defense is much, much more, it needs to be prioritized more than your offense here at Phoenix. And
100%.
That's something that we haven't been seeing, especially from these rookies.
Yeah.
But also from some of the veterans, with the changed setups like you were talking about, sometimes defending that inside line, sometimes defending a dive, it's just not possible to get down there quick enough to be able to defend it.
Especially when you're not used to these setups as the first race for having setups to this degree. I mean, I'm going to say this. In D1, in my opinion, the best guy to block a run, block a dive, it is Forza. I mean, I've tried diving in on him. I've spun myself. I helped him without even shoving him up the track. I don't know what black magic, dark matter crap he uses to his back bumper, but yeah, as you said, 3 wide for second. There. 40 bounce off the pit wall. It's going to lose him a little bit of time. Lose a position to the 52. It's going to lose him a lot of time. Oh, no. I don't think he's going to be
40
too
has
happy
been
with his
bouncing
teammates
off
there.
the walls all night. And really, I think that's what you need to really prevent is that you need to find the limit to your car, and then you need to run the limit, and you cannot go over it, especially at Phoenix. I'm used to, like Formula 1 tracks like Monaco. You have to find the limit, and then you physically cannot go above the limit without crashing your car. And it's sometimes a similar thing at these short tracks like Maryland, like Phoenix. And if you find a limit, and if you somehow are able to break that limit without crashing your car, that's great. But if you are able to find the limit of a track, and if you accidentally, or maybe intentionally go over it, maybe you're trying to make a move, something like that, then sometimes that doesn't end very well. And, that's the one thing these drivers have to avoid. It's, 1, being consistent on pit road and on the racetrack, and it's 2, not being, forcing yourself or accidentally going over the limit without trying to.
I mean, I want to bring this up as we are seeing green flag pit stop start. But, I mean, back to the setups, I mean, we're seeing at max about 186, 187 miles an hour, maybe 188 on top speed, down the back straightaway and, through the end of the dog leg into turns 1 and 2. You have to slow down from about 175, 180 into turn 1 to about 110, 115, and then down to about 120, 130 in turns 3. I mean, you have to slow down so much, and it's such a short amount of time before your car goes up the track and hits somebody or goes up into the wall. I mean, and we're seeing an exit of only about 130 mile an hour out of almost every corner. So, I mean, it's just very unique setups. I mean, the average speed is around 131 mile an hour off of your notes here that I'm looking at. So, it's a very unique track when it comes to you know, how it races in the lines, and especially with these different setups.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, these, these notes, Ford's just been looking over my shoulder the entire race, I think. But, yeah, this is definitely some interesting racing that we've seen, and this, it's a little bit foreign to me, because I'm used to single groove racing, you know, road courses, things like that. Yep. I'm used to single groove racing, but I'm also used to multiple groove racing, but not in the way that we've seen here. Because this is, it's a mix between both, and it's very awkward when you attempt to get your car high and run it. Sometimes you can run high and you can run low in the exact same corner.
Yep. I mean, that's the unique aspect with these setups and this track.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix plus the setups, it's definitely some interesting racing that we always see here, but now Milky pulling away just slightly as Werson was fighting behind him, but now both of them have that clean air. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this has gone very quick.
It has. Werson does have to pit. Just want to remind you, a lot of these cars still have to pit.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're getting 20 to go within the next 3 to 6 laps. We're probably going to see everybody down pit road by that point in time. I mean, and personally, if I'm Werson, I'm going to pit with Milky. That's the best thing you do. Pit with the leader. Get as much speed on pit road you can without speeding, you know, without going over that roughly 79, 80 mile an hour threshold. You want to get as much speed in an efficient stop. Fasten your box, all 4 tires, get the best strategy, and get the hell out of the pit road. I mean, the best thing you do, you need to stay close to Milky if you're Werson here.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Now,
because it's really going to come down to these two under green.
Stops, yeah. Now as we're under green flag pit stops, just over an hour in the stream, that gives us just a little bit of time away from the chaos and a little time to do station identification. This is the Napa Media Network. Make sure to check us out on rowracing.com at the NAPRA, that's the Napa Auto Parts Racing Association. You're watching the Napa Break Series on the Napa Media Network from Phoenix, Arizona.
We got multiple fans around the back. Can't see them on stream. It's for their identity. The stands look empty, but there's about 40,000 people, you know.
Most definitely, yeah.
Man, Bands just dove it deep into 3 and 4. That, or, yeah, no, 1 and 2. Excuse me.
That's definitely something. We actually delete all of our fans from existence. They're still there.
Yeah,
but especially that one guy who was playing the flute in the background during the D1 race at Maryland.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was. Don't worry, he has been taken care of and will never step foot onto another NAPRA premise.
I mean, we have Duke Dingle as our official AI of the Napa Media Network.
Oh my goodness.
He's not AI. He's not AI. He's just a very smart guy now that
he's taking my job.
He's got a PhD. He's got a PhD.
Oh no! Oh no! Milky speeding on pit road.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Too aggressive.
Oh, we were just talking about it as well.
Oh man!
The 41 of Milky, he's gonna be a lap down, maybe 2.
Yeah, his race is done. Unless he's got 2 cautions, his race is done.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for that 41 car. Let's see what he said on radio. Oh, he had a lag spike.
Oh no.
Ah.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see, especially if you're a late night racing, you know.
Oh man.
But yeah, this is most definitely been a very interesting race, especially with the late night racing head guy. He's gone, you know. Last week at the PTN race at Bristol, he suffered an injury on the final lap, and unfortunately he was not medically cleared to make it into this race at Phoenix, but now, you know, I'm guessing he's just watching the performance of his teammates, well, singular teammate, the 99. He is the only Bear Motorsports driver in this field, and all of his late-night racing colleagues here, but yeah, you know, as we're coming to lap 129 soon, that's basically opened up the gap for Noah to drive away with this race, and I mean, if there isn't 2 cautions, then, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be surprised if he's able to come back from that. I mean, drive-through penalty, that was probably the most unfortunate moment of the night.
I mean, it's your money stop. That is the one stop that you cannot afford to screw up in any shape, way, or form. I mean, Noah's got a near 4.5-second lead now, and he's coming to 11 laps to go. He's good on fuel, as should everybody. So, I mean, it's really just a race of getting to that checkered flag. That's what matters, is just getting to that checkered flag for the 14. You don't want cautions. You don't want to fight anybody and wreck them or lose time. You just want to keep hitting your marks and get to that checkered flag as fast as you can. 10 to go this time.
But yeah, it's been a very interesting race all round, and Noah will lead us to 10 laps to go. Yeah, these
says Dodge is
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder. 14 side by side with that Toyota Supra, that Del Lenovo. Wow, what a sponsor group right there.
Very interesting sponsor. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Seen worse, but
a little bit of rival company. I mean, I made a scheme for one of my driver's cars, and he actually won the Daytona 500 in season 3, I think. It was the first time the 48 was ran. We had Dollar Tree, Walmart. It literally contingencies all over the car, and it was a Chevy, and it had a Ford sponsor on it. Also.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But as Noah brings us to 8 laps to go, someone who wasn't able to join us earlier on into the broadcast, but he's here now. Welcome into the booth, who is normally a Division 2 racer, but is now joining us up here as the Toddy, the 36 driver for Alejandro Primero Motorsports. Welcome in.
Hello.
Welcome, Toddy. 8 to go. Noah coming to 7 to go. Again, over 4 seconds of a lead over teammate Worsen. These two have been probably the 2 best cars all night on this track. I mean, we've seen good racing from Sonic Elliott in Michigan and Milky, but they just have not been as consistent as Noah on pit strategy or speed here tonight. I mean, the only one that's been that close to him on speed, in my opinion, is Worsen, but no strategy says otherwise.
Yeah, most definitely. And Worsen now dropping back big time. It's 4 seconds. And yeah, Noah's searching for his second ever win in his NAPRA career. He got his first one at Atlanta just earlier this year, as the 14 is going to try and dive down the 99 of Vantage. That is a lapped car, or about to be lapped car. This 14 has so much pace. Oh,
he went
open to the wall. Whoa.
5 to go.
Wonder what that was. Yeah, 5 to go. And yeah, I think at this point, Noah's just gone with it now.
Yeah,
he's
I mean, again, he's still
just
got
running
4
away
seconds
from the whole field.
Oh, yeah. Granted, Worsen
Yeah.
has nobody around him to fight for position, but he's so far back in 5 laps.
He's gonna have to gain a second every lap.
Oh, yeah, and that's just humanly impossible.
Yeah,
the
unless
Phoenix of all
Noah
places.
maybe stops the car a little bit, but
Oh,
He's
He's
Hey.
good on fuel this time. He's not going to have to worry about being down to a quarter mile of fuel, so he doesn't have to let off any. He can go all the way out, all the way to the checkered here. And
yeah,
I
but
think
do
he
you
is.
think?
I think
Oh,
he's
do you
purposely sticking behind
think
the
he
99.
should move?
Personally,
Actually, about
I
to
think
pass
he's
him right now.
purposely staying behind.
oh yeah,
there he
3
goes.
laps to go. That 14 car.
Going by the 99, I thought he was just sticking behind him to not, have any issues. But 99 kind of lets him by there in 1 and 2. Clean air for the 14 as we come to 2 to go.
Yeah, 2 to go. This will be pits closed this time. That 14 car, he's run away with the lead, and it's still gaining as we're farther into this race.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, look at the lap cars we have through the field. I mean, the top 5 is only within 8 seconds. But around 3 and 4, with 1 lap car in front of them, for the white flag, sponsored by Come and Go here. Noah's going to take it. 1 lap to go, no caution. He's going to be able to get there. What a drive we've seen from the 14 here tonight.
What an incredible drive. He's just been... That car has been on rails, and that 14, you can tell that Russell is going to be proud of him. You know, that 14 car, he is an incredible rookie. He would be my first-round pick if I was one of these teams. But across the final corner and across the line for the second time in his Break Series career, Noah will take it home for late night racing. That 14 car has been so dominant this entire race. The entire late night racing field has been extremely dominant the whole time, and he brings it home P3 to P1 in a very, very dominant fashion. And that 14 car, he will have the privilege to burn it down soon.
Oh, yeah. What a race here at Phoenix tonight. I mean, we've seen great racing from almost every car throughout this field. Race strategy, great battling, typical Phoenix and short track racing. Fantastic.
Well, I think something just fell off. Yeah, Noah, he has been one of the strongest rookies in the Break Series, in my opinion. You know, we have a lot, and I asked, you know, who do you think's gonna be Rookie of the Year? And this 14 car, he is definitely making a name for himself. It might not be Rookie of the Year material yet, but 2 wins in 5 races, especially in the Break Series, filled with all of these new drivers that you consistently have to outperform, and some of these incredible veteran drivers that you also have to outperform. He got his incredible day today. Second Break Series victory comes at Phoenix Raceway for the 14 car of Noah.
Day, Chevrolet camp. Certainly
Great
a
day.
lot of money raised here by late night racing. A lot of earnings from the team in general.
But yeah, I mean, definitely a great race, and it's I'm just happy to see that Noah, all his hard work that he has been putting into this race and his Break Series career, all his hard work is very much paying off. And you know, that 14 car, I'm expecting to see him in victory lane a couple more times this season.
Yeah, hopefully.
My dumb budget close the game. I'm back in. I don't know what I did. Oh, I Alt F4 on accident. I pressed the wrong.
Oh, wow.
I'm stupid. I meant to Alt F3 and I Alt F4'd.
Oh, great.
All right. All right. No, the 14 note's gonna go into victory lane now.
Yeah, but wow, incredible run by Late Night Racing, and just incredible run in general by that 14 car, picking up his second ever Breaks Series win, coming at Phoenix Raceway.
Yeah.
97 degrees out. I'd like to get this over quickly. It's burning here.
It is burning hot.
Did someone turn off the AC to the booth? Because I'm genuinely dying right now.
Yeah, I think Phoenix has like limited power supply.
That's where the next Falcon nuclear property is coming. Wink, wink.
Right. All right. So I will say this: despite me joining really late, I think LNR had pretty much top 5 speed today. I mean, with Noah winning, I think it basically brought more speed to this at Phoenix. Way much better than last week.
Well, alrighty, let's head to race stage and see if we can get some post-race interviews. Alright, on race stage now, we have Noah, winner, here tonight for the Bashas Supermarkets 300 here at Phoenix Raceway on a hot 6-degree night here in Phoenix, Arizona. Noah climbing out the car, as we can see right here. See if we can get Noah up here. Noah, use a mic. don't know. I said Nova.
I
I don't know.
don't believe so.
I don't know. I don't think he does. Anyway, we'll look at his car here. Climbing out of the car. Let's go get some interviews on pit road, some post-race interviews. Who finished second? My ticker got
I think it was Worsen.
Worsen was second. If I could do him. I do not know.
Or is he all the way in the back?
He's in game. He's in game.
Where you at, Worsen?
I'm literally standing right next to Noah. I've been standing next to Noah.
Oh yeah, you were. I'm dumb. All right, in victory lane with Worsen. Mirage, you want to do this interview?
Yeah, sure. So, Worsen, probably one of the most commanding drives that we've seen throughout the season, even. You know, a lot of people, you know, even earlier this season didn't have a lot of hope of you ending up in victory lane, but you were extremely, extremely close today. Ended up, you started the race P16 and ended up P2. You know, what were some of the factors that you had to go through inside that 42 car that eventually ended up to this really, really good result today?
Well, normally in my number 40 in D1, I qualified like buns, and then I had to really rely on strategy. I kind of was thinking I was going to have to do the same thing, and then we all wrecked lap 2. Everyone completely cleared each other lap 2.
Oh, yeah.
And
that was really funny.
That was hilarious. And I was like, okay.
The stream didn't even show it because the stream cut out.
Within 3 laps, when that caution came out, I went from 16th to 6th. I'm like, okay. And then I just kept going up, and I just kept watching the front guys, and I figured out, hey, you just send the corners to the fast line. You just pull a Michigan. And, you know, I got stage points every single stage, which was cool. I didn't think I was going to do, I didn't think I was going to be close at all winning this. And then final pit stop, apparently Noah, he just DM'd me. He said he took the same thing I did. He took half fuel, 4 tires. I don't know how he got that far in front of me.
Oh, wow.
But he was moving. I had a little, I was worried about Sonic a little bit at the end there, but once I figured out the line, that was pretty much it. But I came really close. If more people showed up, there was no way I was getting in. I was gonna be like poor old Henry over here.
Well,
I get it.
I heard you guys trashing me. I see the next Sheldon Creed. Yeah, I heard that.
I never said that. I never said that.
I did.
I just did your brothy.
Worsen.
Anyways, great finishing position from you. Just great overall story from you. One of the best comebacks that we've seen, you know. And yeah, I'm hoping to see you in victory lane.
I pray you didn't have to watch my car too much, because that thing was ugly. Because my actual target scheme vanished.
Yeah, it got deleted, didn't it?
It vanished off the face of the earth for some reason. So at about 5 o'clock, as I'm realizing, hey, wait a minute, I don't have a scheme suddenly. So I threw it together with what I had saved on my phone, which was not much. Actually, if you go on my scheme, I did it was so poorly made. If I go into here and if I see if I can, nope, that is a metal clip. I could hold on. If I go into
hijacking
here,
a car.
If you look at the back where it says Craven, you can see it. There's like at the top, there's like orange lines. It's because that gray bar that I used was actually originally orange, and I just didn't fix it. You can see the little orange line. It's awful.
Whoops.
This was a literal 5-minute scheme.
Worsen.
5-minute crafts are NASCAR scheme.
Worsen. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Run that for the rest of the season, because I feel like this game.
Hey, can I like fix it though? Because this thing looks like absolute ass.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Your banner name. Anyway, next interview. It's gonna be weird, I know, for Mirage, but let's get an interview from Henry here.
Whoa, Henry!
Henry won.
Oh, well, no interview for Henry. No, we're skipping him. No interview. No interview.
No. Henry's
Get him
ready
outta
to
here.
go.
Hold on. Get in.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You don't gotta be in game. You're fine.
I'm coming.
You're fine.
Nope.
You don't need to be in game.
Nope, I got it. Hang on.
I'm not hanging on.
I'm here.
You don't need to get an interview. You can still get it regardless.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
What the hell?
All right, he's here. Hold on.
I'm
Okay,
gonna call
3, 2, 1, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Henry. So, despite for your second week missing an Epic Break Series race, from an outside perspective, being able to watch here from the track here tonight in Phoenix, what was your idea on the racing product here tonight?
Okay,
Henry,
first I want to ask,
you
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Real
you're
quick?
talking
Yes.
interview, by the way. You gotta
Yes,
get
You
it.
can.
You gotta say words.
I know. I just want to make sure. I thought, honestly, the racing product was great. These guys are really competitive. I love watching them every single week. I want to get back behind the wheel. I want to race with them. Hopefully next week I can. I know it's a road course, but we'll see how things go with one of my home tracks, Circuit of the Americas.
It's a road
Maybe,
course.
just maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, next week's a road course. But yeah, it was an honor to officiate again. I hope next week I'm actually behind the wheel. But we'll see how things go next week, and hopefully I'll get to drive at Coda.
Alrighty, well, I got one last question. So, given the slower speeds you've had at Vegas and Phoenix here on the West Coast, again, now we're going to Coda, home track for you. Granted, it's a road course, but
Oh no!
being a home track, how do you think you're going to match up with the rest of your competitors, and how do you think you're going to get used to these Napa Break Series cars?
I practice with you guys nearly every week. These cars are different every time.
Hell, I sent you my practice clips.
But I've been practicing in other games for road courses, so hopefully Coda won't be as bad. I'm hoping to just put down a couple laps, maybe less. Hopefully less people will show up. I mean, I know it's a road course next week. I mean, who really shows up for a road course anyway? But I just hope next week.
Last week, we had about 21 in Coda last season.
You're kidding me.
For Cup Series, there's a lot of people.
Well,
a lot of
but
entries.
what about the brakes though? What about the brakes?
Still for the field cap. Anyway,
Right.
Like 20.
it was about 20 either way. Anyway,
hopefully I can get you.
Interview over. He didn't race.
Anyway, thank you, Henry. All right, next driver. Anybody down on pit road here? Volvo's just standing here. We have a
In
car driving
the
backwards, that's
meantime, while we wait, from what I was told from Band, I think him and Michigan got a little bit of a scuffle there when, basically before the race was over. I mean, they were both just going at it at the end of pit road. From what he
No, I know why his
said.
name's Puffin. Anyway, sorry.
So, from what I was told, I think Michigan sent Bands, and basically, I think either Bands and Trebek's into the wall, jackknifing 3 people for 9th place. But that was all Band's words, not mine. You can, I guess we can try to interview him if he's in BC or in game.
Oh, alrighty. Let's head to somebody who wants an interview. Let's find.
And he's
Brian.
right here.
Brian.
Oh. I guess.
Look for Brian. Where'd he go?
I'm in pit road.
Oh, he's right here.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Why is it?
Everybody's so in pit road to space apart. Anyway, alrighty. We are now here with the Blaze Technology Motorsports driver of the PlayStation number 20, Brian. Alright, so Brian. Actually, no, I'll let Mirage take it. Sorry, I already did one. Flip flop it.
Actually, Toddy can take it. He
Alright.
he didn't get one.
Here you go, Toddy.
all right. Let me just get my stuff set up real quick. All right, Brand. Since you finished in 7th place, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've seen the whole race since I was really late. But basically, what are your thoughts coming from tonight. You basically have anything that you want to say coming to tonight or for next week?
And I'm gonna be honest, I've said it every single time when I race here, but I just had fun.
There you go.
It's been pretty cool running out front. I mean, I led like one lap or how many laps? I can't even know. But yeah, I really liked how we ran. We were like in top 10 the whole time. I mean, we weren't the fastest and we weren't the most competitive, but I mean, again, I'm happy to be here, just racing in the break series. P7, wow, I did not expect us to be there, but I'm happy to walk away with the top 10. This 20 car has a lot of potential, and I think I'm from every race that I'm showing up to, closer and closer get to the front. So yeah, I'm happy. Really happy of our result, and I can't wait for Coda.
All right. Well, thank you for letting us talk to you, and we'll see you next weekend for Circuit of the Americas.
Yes, sir.
And you know, for Brian's or for after Brian's interview, I think I know because of his positivity. I think I'm gonna vote him most popular driver. Anyway, didn't the 41 interview? Gosh.
Really quick. I don't think we interviewed Vintage yet.
Blaze has been begging for an interview the entire time.
Who?
He's been. I think he sent at
him.
least 20 messages begging on his knees for an interview.
Oh, I see it now. Ready.
Blaze,
I think he's up
come
here.
on up.
You should be invited. It's not letting you up. Just
Yep. That's Discord for you. No, here we go.
Yay! Hello.
is he up here? Hello. Alrighty. We're with the driver, the 40 car. First of all, I want to ask you my first question. How do you say that?
Chris Gazette.
I guess that is kind of how. Anyway, beautiful car. I really like it. Anyway, so given how LNR has raced all night, given how you've raced all night, you've had some good speed today. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love that.
That's
Anyway.
incredible.
I just realized that I forgot the.
Man, I love that car. Anyway, so given how good you've ran, how good your whole team ran, how Phoenix was in general, what is your outlook on the race tonight and going into kind of next weekend?
Look, I'm kind of it's like getting a good stretch. My first two ever starts, both in the top 5. Vegas third, now here fourth. I hope to continue that streak on Dakota. This race was a laggy one to say the least. Had some teammate drama, of course. You see that a lot, and I just kind of messed up my last pit stall because kind of got stuck on the wall a bit, and that slowed me down a ton. So, but I was able to recover and climb my way up to P4. I did battle Trey for that spot, so GG's to him, and also I just have positive outlooks going on to Coda. Coda is one of my favorite tracks to race at, so yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's all I got for you. So, thank you for being an interviewee, and I look forward to seeing you next weekend at Circuit of the Americas. And now I know Volvo is jumping in front of the camera right now. Get him up. Where's he at?
Right.
Okay, bye bye.
I see him.
Right.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
We got Volvo and then a Vintage after the.
Vintage.
Alrighty.
Yep.
I invited you up, Volvo. The last driver to get a pro. Not the series.
Here, I think you should let me interview Vintage after this, unless you actually need to stop here.
Me. Raj, you
wanna? Sure. Why not?
If you... I invited you.
Actually, you can do it. and then Toddy can take advantage. Volvo.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Here, leave and rejoin the stage. Should. I wish you could just drag people up instead of invite. Stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Chords kind of...
Yeah, not working.
Yeah, Discord needs to actually like figure something out.
Well, unfortunately, no, you're good. Good advantage. I'm not a stickler on install it. I think he's all the way.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find his 99. Oh, yeah, he's over here. Yep, he's right here. All right, let's see if we can get him up.
This away once he.
All right. Vintage, I did send you the perms to come up here. Oh, or not. I'll just try it again.
Is Discord dying right when we try and do this?
Did their servers crash again, bro? And we just don't realize.
Discord
Let's
servers
check
may
the
have
status.
crashed.
Your request is
Just in.
his voice. Joins back in your
Oh.
request.
I'll check their servers. All right, no, Discord servers aren't acting up. Might be something on his end.
Stage.
Oh, yeah, yes, he is. He's back.
All right, so whatever this BS is with. So our IT guy sucks, but we can pay for dollars in these cars. Anyway, so I think that's gonna do it here.
That's
I'll
it, yeah.
let Mirage do our outro for us.
All right, well,
Media Network.
yeah, that is it for the Bashas Supermarkets 300 at Phoenix Raceway. Join us tomorrow for the Toyota Owners 500, also at Phoenix in the Napa Cup Series. Well, that has been a very fun 140 laps around this 1 mile track. And from Toddy and Ford, Michigan, Volvo, and the entire rest of the very hard-working men and women on our crew here at Phoenix Raceway, I've been Mirage, and we will be signing off for now on the